welcome back and welcome to The Current Reads. Every other Wednesday, we chat with a different library to see what people are loving right now. And today, for our 25th stop, we are heading up north to the Lost Nation Public Library in Clinton County, Iowa. In the last census, Lost Nation had right around 400 people in town. Now, the exact origin of the town's name is debated, but we do know it was one of the first small towns in eastern Iowa to get electricity back in 1911. And you know what, with all the rain we have on the horizon, maybe you want a good book to hunker down with, or one you can enjoy by the pool this summer. And that's why we've got Karen Bradway, Library Director, joining us here today on The Current. Karen, thank you so much for being here. I am curious, what are some of the most popular genres readers in Lost Nation love?
Oh, I would say modern mystery for sure. Anything by James Patterson or Nora Roberts, J.D. Robb, Danielle Steele.
Oh, those are
Yeah,
always
that's
so good. I don't blame
definitely
them.
mystery.
Well, let's get to the books that you have picked for us today, and let's start with the children's series. Tell me about the Sun, Earth, Moon, just the Universe series.
They're just amazing. They're just beautiful. The pictures, I'm trying to figure out how to get this on your screen. The pictures are just delightful. Like, this is the ocean, and it talks about how the ocean is 71% and is water, 71% water. And the sun, it tells about the solar system, and the graphics are just amazing. There's just enough science in them to make it interesting. And we used this for our kids for their summer reading program, and it was amazing. The discussion that encouraged. They were talking about things they had learned in school or on TV or from their friends, and just discussion across the room. They were just so happy and eager to talk about it. It was really great.
I love it. I love any children's book that's also a series where you can really dive in and learn about so many different topics. But another book that you picked for us is for the adults. It's a mystery fiction story. So tell me what happens in the mysterious bakery en route to Paris.
Well, Edie is a 31-year-old woman in Ireland whose mother has just died after a long illness. And Edie nursed her through that illness and cherished every minute they were together. But now she feels like at 31, she needs to do something to jumpstart her life. So she jumps on the internet and looks for job opportunities in Paris. And she finds one, and she asks for it, and she gets it, and she hops on a plane. Well, when she gets there, she finds out that her schoolgirl French didn't do her any favors, because the bakery is not in Paris. It's in a village an hour north on a street called Rue de Paris. So she's unhappy, but she thinks it would be rude just to go back home. And so she takes a train and she goes up there, and immediately there's just mystery going on. It's in a kind of a dark little alley. And she gets there, and the owner says, "Oh, I'm glad you're here, but you can never go in the kitchen." And then, it's just kind of weird. So that's kind of strange, but she decides to stay for a few days. She made the trip all the way from Ireland.
I love it.
And she graduates like it. And it's just mysterious. There's romance, there's history, there's angst, there's kids. It was just a wonderful, wonderful book. She meets a man, and he's really nice, and they really hit it off, but he's just there on business. So he goes away and says, "Oh, I'm going to be calling you." And then he doesn't. So she's disappointed. And then all of a sudden he shows back up again. So there's more mystery. So it's a lot of fun
Well, the
and
last,
easy to read.
yeah, I love that it's easy to read. It's like the perfect pool book. But the last book that you picked for
Oh, yeah.
us, because you were very kind. You picked one for the kids, and then you picked an adult fiction. So we finish up with an adult nonfiction story, the true story of the Coffin Corner Boys. What is this all about?
Well, just for a little bit of an explanation of the title, in World War II, when the bombers would fly out in formation, they would fly out with lots of planes. And so there were levels of planes, and they spread out. And the lowest ranking and newest pilots were assigned to the bottom level and the back of the formation, the most vulnerable location in the formation. And it was called the coffin corner because it was the most likely to get shot down if they were attacked. So that was the coffin corner. So Lieutenant Starks and his 9-man crew set off with a formation of 54 planes, and they are in the coffin corner, and they get shot down just about as soon as they get over Nazi occupied France. And they all parachute out, and they all survive the jump. But now they're in the middle of Nazi occupied France, and they're on their own to figure out how to get out and get safe. And so it's an amazing story. All of them survived the war, and it's just an amazing story. And these gentlemen have been back to France and visited with the people that helped them. 5 of them were captured and put in POW camps, but 5 of them were rescued by incredibly brave French country people and resistance people, and gotten into Spain or into Switzerland. It was just an amazing thing. It was a 300-meter distance to get to Switzerland. They were hiding in root cellars and all kinds of things. They were moved from house to house. It was amazing.
It's an amazing story, and I'm so grateful that you recommended it to us today. Karen, thank you so much for your time today. I think these are perfect summer reads.
Great. Enjoy.
Thank you. And for you guys at home, you can find any of the books we talked about or any of our current book recommendations by going to WQ80.com and clicking on the As Seen on TV tab at the top of the homepage.